Hello, this is Michelle Sizemore, Independent Advisor with Creative Memories, and today I'm going to show you how to make some borders with this Field Fence punch by Creative Memories. It's one of our border punches. The first thing I'm going to do is just show you how to cut out a basic brown cardstock with this punch, and this is what the punch looks like. I'm going to pull out a strip of paper from my brown cardstock. Just want to show you how I organize my cardstock. We have these really great Power Project folders with Creative Memories, and they really help me keep organized. I can put all my scraps, my pieces that fit here. These are 2 rectangle pockets. This is a long strip of a pocket, huge pocket in the middle, and I just put all my different shades of brown in here. And then on the back, you have 2 vertical pockets for strips. And so I'm going to pull out, I need a pretty wide strip of brown, and I'm going to use this one and set these aside and just cut out a quick border with this border punch. You want to start right here on this black line, and that just means you need to place your cardstock in there so that the end of it comes to right at that black line. So that's where I'm going to start. I'm going to place my thumb down here to hold it in place and punch with the palm of my hand. I'm going to slide it down so that this blue is completely covered. The blue shows you your pattern. The silver is the background. So you want to place your pattern right over it, okay, to do your next punch. Now, I'm going to set it down, place my pattern back over it. Very important is to hold it in place, and it needs to be flush against that lip right there, and then punch. And then I'm just going to keep going down until I've punched the whole thing. Now, it's good to swipe your scraps out of the way because they can get kind of caught up in there if you don't sometimes. Okay, I'm almost done. And I'm done. And I'll just show you what it looks like on a white piece of paper. It looks like that. Now, I already look at that and my mind gets going about other things I can create with it. So I'm going to do another class, another video in a bit about some things you can make with this that aren't related to a fence at all. So it's kind of fun to do that. All right, so that's how you get your punch. Now, that is how I cut this one, okay? I have already pre-cut some other colors of this, and this is using our beige cardstock. So what I'm going to do is show you how to get this look right here, where it looks like a light colored fence that's got a little shadow behind it that just helps it pop off the page a little bit. So the first thing we're going to mount is the darker color because it's the one that goes on the bottom. And I'm just going to put this repositionable tape runner on here in little dabs. Oops, I just ran out of tape. Let me get another one. Okay. You notice I'm just doing little dabs. I don't need a lot. And I'm just going to mount that down. Well, I'll put it close to the bottom of the page because it's kind of a border that would go probably at the bottom of a page. You can put it at the top though. And I'm going to press this to stick it down. I need to trim that just a little. There we go. All right. So, and then I'm going to put my adhesive on the back of this beige one. Okay, and I see a little place where I want to trim it just a little. Maybe I didn't punch it hard enough in a certain spot. You can just take your scissors and trim it just a little. I think I probably just punched it a little too soft. Okay, and then make sure you can see that. Then you just put this on top of your brown, but you offset it just a little bit so that it shows. You can either let the brown show a little bit on the left or the right, creating a shadow look. however you like. And there you go. So that's how I got this border right here. Now I'm going to show you about these two borders, the paper that I used. We have a new collection called Leave Nothing Behind. And it's got some really beautiful, I'll just show you some of these papers. Papers that look like photographs of nature. Just really pretty. Very pretty. Well, I picked this one. And there's another one. I think it's in the back here. Yeah. And this one to show you two different fences because it makes the fences look like real wood. So I'm going to set this aside. And again, I've got this in my Power Project folders. The photo mats fit really well here. Embellishments and die cuts fit here or here. And then your stickers fit on the back or strips of paper or laser cut borders. And then your papers, your bigger pieces of paper fit in the middle. I know I talk about those all the time, but they keep me so organized and it helps me not to be stressed to be organized. Because I'm not organized in everything, but I try to be organized in scrapbooking because it's my fun thing. Okay, so I would just take this paper and punch it just like I did the brown piece of paper with this, and then I would do another one with this. I'm not going to do it again because I already did it. And you just mount it down with the repositionable tape runner and you get, this looks like a real fence. This looks like a very rustic fence. This is the brown fence that I did already. And then this is using the Wildflowers punch right here. I'm going to show you how to do that. And this is also using the Wildflowers punch, but I punched it in green and cut off the flowers and then it looks like grass. So I'll show you that real quick. Let me get some gold cardstock first. And I want to get a strip. I don't have one already. Sometimes I have one ready to go. I may not have any good strips. Sometimes, y'all, sometimes I end up with pieces like this, you know, that I just use for punches. And sometimes if I've used up all my strips, there's one, I'll have to cut some, but I am good with this one. And I'm going to punch, and this works exactly the same way as that fence punch did, but I'm just going to show you. You want to start out on that black line right here. That black line, little dash, hold it in place and punch. You bring it down, cover your pattern, which I showed you on the fence. It works the same way. Make sure it's straight on this lip and hold it firm with your thumb and punch. Wipe away your scraps, and then you just keep going, holding it firmly down here now. Wipe away my scraps and just keep punching until I'm done. And I'm close to being done. I don't wipe away my scraps every punch, but at least about every other. Okay, there we go. Now I have these flowers. And what I would do next is cut it here to make it shorter. And I would do that with our 12-inch trimmer. And I'm just going to show you, I haven't showed you yet today on these videos, but how to switch out your blade. I'm using a straight blade, but it comes with lots of decorative blades. Let's say this blade, you need to switch it out because you've used it 100 million times and it's dull, which I'm still have never had to replace mine, and I have probably used it 100 times. But you take it, 100 million, I don't know, that's exaggerating. Take it out, put it back in, close it. That's how easy that is to do. Now, I'm going to just eyeball this. So these are going to peek out from behind this fence. So I don't need it to be super tall, but I need it to be tall enough for the look I'm trying to go for. So I think that's pretty good. And then I'm going to punch out another one with green for and show you how to make grass. And I'm going to get a green strip here. And I'm just going to do this real quick since I've already showed you how to do it. And once you've used these a few times, it gets easy. Well, I say that now. There we go. Took me a minute to get it matched up. And okay, so what I'm going to do is cut off all the flowers, and then I'll just end up with grass. Let me get some white here to put it on so you can see. All that trash out of the way, but I'm going to keep this one because it's not trash. Okay, so cut these flowers off. I'm not going to do it the whole way down. I'm just going to give you the general idea. I want to keep the grass, but cut off the flowers. And sometimes I have to kind of, you know, kind of cut at a slant a little to keep the grass going in the right direction. And honestly, I like this better with our micro scissors, our little bitty ones. Challenges, not sure where they are, but they're these little tiny scissors that work in the grooves. Since I can't find it, I'm just going to use these. These are fine. It's just that those are better. And you want to just cut it to keep your grass going in the same direction. Okay, and you get the idea. So you cut off the flowers and you just end up with grass. And that gives you this look. So then all I did to get this border is I put down my flowers, put down my fence, and I kind of put my fence as high as I wanted it so that the flowers would peek out the top. Now I would mount this down with my tape runner. I've already shown you how to do that, so I'm not going to do it again. Then I would mount this down on top of it, and then I would put my layer of grass on top of this, all with a repositionable tape runner, and it would look like this. Thank you guys for watching.